over 6 decades, Bank of Industry has been here, driving Nigeria's industrial development through financial and business support services to micro enterprises, small and medium enterprises, and large enterprises across Nigeria. Leveraging on strategic partnerships, we provide equipment financing, working capital, and support to enterprises in key sectors of Nigeria's economy, including youth and women-led enterprises. Whatever your business needs, starting up, expansion, diversification, modernization, or rehabilitation, we'll be here, always to support you. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
Hello, and welcome to BOI Impact. I am Elo Odibo-Madaki. We continue this month's series on the subsidiaries of the Bank of Industry. In this episode, the spotlight is on LECON Finance Company Limited, Nigeria's oldest and most trusted leasing company. Founded in 1989 as a wholly owned subsidiary of the former Nigerian Industrial Development Bank (NIDB), now the Bank of Industry, LECON has become a leading non-bank financial institution specializing exclusively in lease financing of assets. With over 3 decades of leasing expertise, LECON continues to drive business growth across Nigeria. We now bring you the inspiring stories of 2 companies, Tampui Nigeria Limited and Jogor Hotel, a subsidiary of Jogor Global Ventures Limited. Both companies leverage LECON's smart financing solutions to scale and transform their enterprises. We'll also hear directly from LECON's Managing Director, Ebehiriri Ehiomoike, and Head of Leasing Services, Bitvel Chukuma. They will explain how to access smart financing and how LECON is transforming businesses. As Nigeria's oldest leasing company, LECON Finance Company Limited offers its clients more than 30 years of experience and deep market insight. This wealth of knowledge translates into competitive lease costs and tailored financial solutions. Mrs. Ebehiriri Ehiomoike tells us more about LECON.
LECON is an acronym. It means the Leasing Company of Nigeria. Last year, that's year 2024, we changed the name from the Leasing Company of Nigeria to LECON Finance Company Limited. That's in line with our future aspirations. LECON is registered with the Central Bank of Nigeria as a finance company, so we felt it was apt to put the word finance in our name. We are also a member of the Equipment Leasing Association of Nigeria, ELAN. We are the leasing arm of the Bank of Industry. The Bank of Industry has 4 subsidiaries, and LECON is one of the subsidiaries. Now, what we offer is equipment leasing, asset acquisition, and there are 2 types of leases. There is a finance lease and an operating lease. Now, the difference between a finance lease and an operating lease is that with a finance lease, the ownership of the asset being acquired becomes that of the lessee. So LECON would be the lessor and the customer would be the lessee. So at the end of the tenure of the facility, the ownership of that asset is that of the lessee, after, of course, the residual value has been sorted out. While for an operating lease, ownership comes back to the lessor. Now, companies might choose or select to pick the operating lease option if they are looking at technological advancement in that particular equipment that they choose to invest in. And so they reckon that after the lifespan of the equipment, newer models would have come out that would better suit their needs or better address the needs in the society, and then so in that scenario, they would opt for an operating lease, whereby the ownership and possession goes back to the lessor at the end of the facility. Now, a regular lease has the usual tenure. We give a moratorium, periodic payments, which would align with the cash flow of the customer to ensure that there's convenience. And of course, the most critical portion or aspect of a lease is the fact that it frees up working capital. It ensures that capital assets are financed in an easy way without putting pressure on the finances of the customer, the company, whereby the company can run better. So in essence, that also goes with the acronym of why buy it, lease it. It's a much easier and convenient way of running business. Also a more financially viable way of running business. So our work is supporting Bank of Industry in the attainment of the federal government's economic sustainability goals.
Meet Tampui Nigeria Limited, a forward-thinking indigenous construction company. Tampui offers high-quality services in road and building construction, engineering, procurement, and consultancy. Founded by seasoned civil engineers, Tampui operates with a strong commitment to international best practices and is driven by a team of highly motivated and continuously trained professionals. The managing director of the company, Christopher Paul, tells us more.
Tampui Nigeria Limited engages in the business of haulage, construction, and procurement. We also render services in engineering and consultancy as well. We heard about LECON when we have a need for a funding gap in order to increase our fleet in our haulage sector. The lease finance help us to increase our assets, our fleet of trucks from 5 to 15. So it came at the ideal time. It impacted on our business positively. It increases the size of the business. It allowed us to meet the need, because we had a whole lot of need from respective customers, our clients. We were unable to meet their needs. So when the lease finance we availed to us, and we are able to increase our fleet from 5 to 15, we are now able to meet the need of all the major contractors in the construction industry, such as LCC, RCC, Julius Berger, CCECC. We are able to meet their need as at when the need arises. So the intervention fund came at the appropriate time. And whenever we call upon the staff of LECON, they were always there to give us the necessary ideas, the document to follow.
LECON has directed its leasing services towards sectors critical to Nigeria's economic development in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda.
We finance companies in various sectors of the economy. We have done companies in the maritime. We have done companies in the construction, those involved in road construction, building construction. We have also financed in the hospitality industry. Various business sectors that we consider. But we also have some key sectors now that we are also trying to focus on. We look like the gender, we're trying to encourage women in business. We also are looking at the mining space. We also are looking at health and pharmaceuticals, agro-processing, because food is very important. That's, as a matter of fact, the number one that we're even trying to really focus on, agro and food processing. We also want to encourage green energy. That's by financing solar, inverters, batteries that can make businesses get energy efficient in their environment.
Now, what we have done is we provide bespoke offerings to each of those segments that we focus on. And what that means is they are tailor-made. So each customer that comes under each of those segments has tailor-made specifications, requirements for each of them. And that cuts across different areas. For example, tenure. For example, moratorium. So the moratorium that someone in the food business needs might be different from that someone in mining or someone in the climate space or gender requires to ensure that their business moves from being a small business to a big business. So in essence, we have stand-alone products, bespoke, tailor-made products for each of these segments, and it serves their needs. It also speaks to even the tenure of the facility. Also, the repayment mode. We offer flexible repayment services to each of our customers under each of those segments.
From design to delivery, Tampui is building a reputation for excellence with financial and technical support provided by LECON.
The intervention fund aided our business greatly. The impact was so high, so enormous, that we are able to deliver, usually before the intervention fund, before the lease finance, we used to deliver 2,500 tons per month, but we can now deliver 12,000 to the extent of 15,000 tons in a month. So you can see the impact. The impact is enormous. And even apart from the productivity, it increased employment. It increases employment. It contributes to the GDP of our nation. It contributes a whole lot to the economy. Now, the construction subsector was able to have more materials that they can equally deliver on their mandates to their own employer, which is the federal government. So you can see the multiplier effects of that facility. We secured this facility in 2022, but the impact of this facility grew us, and it grew our staff strength. Prior to securing this lease finance, we had a staff strength of only 17. But when the facility were given to us, we were able to increase our staff strength to 64 staff. So the impact is quite enormous. It reduces unemployment. You can see the multiplier effect of the facility. We now have a lot of suppliers supplying us parts, a lot of suppliers supplying us rims and tires. So you can see that the direct employment and indirect employment. As a matter of fact, we're even considering other haulage players, so giving a referral to LECON.
LECON Finance Company Limited and the Bank of Industry have a common goal of supporting businesses by providing access to essential resources, thereby facilitating economic growth and financial inclusion.
Bank of Industry is our majority shareholder. We have some other shareholders. And because of that, we get a large portion of our funding from the Bank of Industry. That largely helps with our rates. We also have some purchase funds, so we have really a blended rate. But in spite of it, the rates we offer, if I may say so, we offer fantastic rates. It's much lower than what one can get anywhere else in the leasing space and also in other spaces. Our collaboration with the Bank of Industry gives us access to a lot of things. It gives us access, and through us, our customers access. For example, capacity building, which is also a great piece to help our customers grow through their life's journey. They also need technical assistance concerning how to better structure their businesses, how to grow their businesses from infancy to a much higher level. And that synergy we particularly get from our relationship with the Bank of Industry. We have clear access to that. And that's really for us a great clincher.
For over 6 decades, Bank of Industry has been here, driving Nigeria's industrial development through financial and business support services to micro enterprises, small and medium enterprises, and large enterprises across Nigeria. Leveraging on strategic partnerships, we provide equipment financing, working capital, and support to enterprises in key sectors of Nigeria's economy, including youth and women-led enterprises. Whatever your business needs, starting up, expansion, diversification, modernization, or rehabilitation, we'll be here, always to support you. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
The relationship between Trust New Food Resources Limited and that of Bank of Industry has actually been a very cordial one, a very mutual relationship. Who recall at that time, hitherto we were mainly into the marketing and sales of lubricant products. And due to expansion, we saw the need that we need to stand and start making our own production of the products. And we needed the funding for the equipment. We really don't need to know anybody in BOI to actually access funds there. It's a matter of you make your application and you meet their requirements, you can actually get the facility, which is what we did. With the support of Bank of Industry, we were able to acquire the storage tanks. We were able to acquire the kettles for the blending, for the actual blending of the products. We were able to acquire the filling lines that are presently in use, and especially we were able to acquire our laboratory equipment, which is highly significant for any lubricant company. That we have in place now. All these are courtesy of the finance we got from Bank of Industry.
Welcome back. In this segment, we'll feature another LECON success story, Jogor Hotel, a subsidiary of Jogor Global Ventures Limited. Located in the heart of Ibadan, Oyo State, Jogor Hotel is a premier destination for guests seeking luxury, comfort, and top-tier hospitality. The hotel offers guests world-class hospitality services. Jogor Hotel boasts a state-of-the-art gym, rejuvenating spa, elegant restaurant, sports bar and lounge, and a serene swimming pool. What was once just a few halls and conference rooms has now become a beacon of excellence in the city of Ibadan, with support from LECON Finance Company Limited.
There are two arms. Jogor's Event Center, as the name sounds, is the event arm of the group. That we have facilities that are let out to customers to host activities and their events. And the hotel, it's a 109-bedroom hotel that is here providing A-class services to customers from all over the world. I got to know about LECON through a friend, a business consultant that was here at the twilight of completion of the project. And he had, if I've ever heard of that LECON before, which he introduced to me as an arm of BOI, Bank of Industries. By the time we met LECON, the project physically had been completed, but we needed some money to bring in some very vital equipment that will be needed to run the hotels. Equipment such as the laundry equipment, the kitchen equipment, restaurants, materials, bar materials. We had some little bit of televisions and ACs left to purchase. So the money was just handy, and it came to time. Their service is superb. They do more of leasing. So it made it easy for us that we were just at that point that we just needed somebody to give us money to buy equipment and to complete and get running. Very seamless and very, very friendly. It was so fast that I couldn't believe that that could be done in Nigeria. It was done at a record time. They have very good staff there. They've been well trained. Our staff strength is, direct staff is over 100. I think we're about 130 now. And indirect, in terms of service people, suppliers, farmers, maybe we have another 100 from that side. Because it's such, hotel industry is such a big industry, and it's such a dependent industry on other areas. I mean, I never knew it was that demanding and encompassing until we started it. I mean, you buy things every day, so you just need suppliers every day. Suppliers, I mean, you need to buy things, you need to stuff the kitchen, you need to stuff the bar, you need to stuff the rooms, you need to clean the rooms, you need to buy diesel for the generators, you need to maintain this. So it's just something you keep doing every day. And I know 2 or 3 of my colleagues in the industry, not necessarily hospitality industry, are already warming up to approach them. And I think they're happy with us too. They are very happy with us. They want to help you with the procurement of the equipment that are necessary. So I would just advise that whoever that wants to approach LECON should make sure that is at that period, that point when it just needs to install those things so that it starts producing.
LECON is committed to ensuring sustainability across its business operations.
We offer tenures that is very attractive. It aligns with the lifespan of the assets being acquired. We offer pricing that is practically impossible to match in the market. We offer flexible repayment rates. We offer a moratorium to ensure a moratorium is a period whereby the facility is running, but you're not compelled to pay principal. You only pay interest, but that's largely because you have to pay interest on a facility so that it's not classified as non-performing. So we offer moratorium that works with, with the business of the customer. We're like the best kept secret. We are bringing the secret out there to let our customers and our future customers know that this is what we do. We are available, we are willing. We have some very sector agnostic requirements that all companies must bring. One of which is evidence of incorporation, that you're a company. We need copies of your MEMAT, your company incorporation documents. We need your bank statement to show that you are in business. We need your audited financials. We need your board resolution to show that your board approves of the lending, that your board has given you the go-ahead to engage us, and also has approved the offer letter eventually when it's given to you. Of course, evidence of payment of your tax. We are good corporate citizens. So those are largely sector agnostic requirements. The other requirements would devolve from each of the sectors concerning the proper government registrations you need. For example, if it's food, NAFDAC, if it's the solid minerals requirements from the ministry. But largely, evidence of incorporation and evidence they are doing a good business. Because when all is said and done, what we need to do is, don't forget what I spoke about concerning impact, which is a big piece for us, job creation, establishment of businesses, alternative businesses, and also to ensure that these companies grow from infancy to being huge global, multinationals.
Our office is in Victoria Island. You will find us in plot 259, 18 Ian Crescent, in Victoria Island, Lagos. Our phone numbers are 01-271-507-099, 090-1431-8388, or 080-7754-9020. Our email address is leconinfo@boilecon.com. Our website is www.boilecon.com.
We know the right equipment makes a difference in business growth. LECON Finance Company Limited finances the future and not just assets. Why buy it when you can lease it? Think leasing? Think LECON to enjoy flexibility and convenience. To access leasing services from LECON, kindly log on to www.boilecon.com or contact them through any of the details displayed on your screen. We'll continue to showcase the outstanding work of BOI subsidiaries in subsequent episodes. To watch this episode again or view previous editions, go to YouTube and search for Bank of Industry Limited Nigeria. That's it on this edition of BOI Impact. I am Elo Odibo-Madaki. Thanks for watching.